Simon Keeling here with your Flying Week and Weekend Ahead Outlook, brought to you exclusively by Fly Magazine in association with weatherschool.co.uk. It's Monday the 6th of January. Thanks again for watching. We're looking like having a windy and an unsettled week ahead. There's a risk of gales, severe in Scotland. Maybe better perhaps later during this week, but really flying windows are going to be pretty tricky to pin down. However, there are a couple out there which I'll show you in just a second. Now, my next aviation weather school with places available is on Saturday the 25th of April. I know this seems a long way away, but it's booking up already, and as you'll know, my weather schools are fully booked right the way through until the end of April. So if you'd like to come around along, go to weatherschool.co.uk and you can find out there more about weather school, what we do, and you can book your place there as well. So that's Saturday the 25th of April, and it'll be great to see you there. Now, as well as that, on a Thursday or a Friday, I send out my weekend forecast email, and you can get that completely free of charge. Just send a blank email to aviationweather-subscribe@weatherweb.net. No need to worry about any spam. We don't do any of that stuff. Just send you a forecast for flying for the weekend on a Thursday or on a Friday. Okay, this is how things shape up then for today. We've got a cold front moving its way eastwards. May have some early flying to be found across eastern areas, but as this cold front moves in, winds are going to be increasing and will become increasingly non to marginal VFR as those fronts pass their way eastwards. Now for Tuesday, a windy day, southwesterly flow brings cloud and some drizzle to southern and western coasts of England and Wales. Inland should be dry. I'm going to say marginal just because of the wind, but for some it will be flyable. We'll find bases of around 3,000 feet, tops at about 10,000 feet. Fairly layered cloud as that front goes through. Particularly gusty, I think, across parts of the Midlands and across parts of North East England. Now for Scotland, for northern and western parts of Ireland, non-VFR here, partly because the front moves in bringing rain, but also because of the strength of the wind, which will be gusting to 60 to 70 knots. So certainly is going to be a strong one. And as that front moves its way south, Cunium is associated with it as well. So yeah, it's not grand, I think, across northern and western areas. For Wednesday, remnants of the front are left across England and also Wales. I think what this does is it brings a non-VFR day to much of western Wales and southwest England. Low cloud here, bases 1,000 feet, tops at 10,000 feet. Inland, it may become flyable, but only probably locally because of the amount of cloud and that there could be some drizzle around. Coasts towards the south always staying in non-VFR conditions. Now across Scotland, particularly northern and western Scotland, probably more showery here with some wintry showers moving in from the west, still staying breezy. Eastern areas marginal, but perhaps flyable across the far north of England, flyable across central parts of Scotland. So a real mixed day on Wednesday depending on where you are. Now for Thursday, uncertainty in how this develops on Thursday, I have to admit. I'm not sure the chart is going to end up looking like this, but it does look as if an area of rain passes its way eastwards during the course of the day on Thursday. It brings non-VFR conditions for a time as the rain moves through, and then we find VFRable conditions moving in from the west once that rain is cleared away. I suspect eastern Scotland, perhaps southern parts of Scotland, probably are going to be seeing the worst of the conditions, but overall I do think that for some it will become flyable. Bit of a tricky one. Just keep your eye on the very latest forecast as to how that is likely to develop during the course of Thursday. Don't be surprised if unexpectedly things improve significantly for Thursday and a flyable day suddenly appears. Now for Friday, looking like becoming flyable again. Early morning rain clearing away from the east, then this ridge builds in, which basically brings us into flyable conditions. Bases 4,000 feet, tops at around 6,000 feet. And then on to Saturday. Breezy again, strong southwesterly flow on Saturday. Outbreaks of rain, heavy at times, Scotland, western parts of Wales and southwest England. Heavy showers following in from the west. I think generally we've got to go non-VFRable because of the strength of the wind. However, if the wind is not that strong, my suspicion is that central and eastern parts of England may be VFRable. It's more northern and western areas that struggle. And then for Sunday, again, it's a case of, at the moment, it looks as if a weak front passes its way eastwards. It brings mostly non-VFRable conditions across much of the west of the UK, but probably VFRable across central and eastern areas, and becoming VFRable towards the west later on as well, behind the front. Huge question mark in the detail, but of course we'll keep you updated. And the next forecast update is going to be issued on Thursday, so do check back, and I'll have, of course, the usual information for the weekend then, and we can nail down ideas. I'm also updating every day across at weatherweb.net, so do take a look there for the very latest information. Okay, I'll leave you with that for now. Don't forget to look at weatherschool.co.uk and book your place at Aviation Weather School Part 1. This is where I build your confidence and your ability to interpret forecasts and also make forecasts yourself. And I always have in my mind that actually what we're trying to do here is to make it so that when you look at a forecast and you leave your airfield, you know that you can trust the forecast or amend it slightly for your own purposes in order to get back. It's building that confidence in the weather picture that you see. And I try to do it so that you're planning sort of 4 and 5 days in advance. Go to the website, weatherschool.co.uk, take a look at the reviews and see what other pilots have said there as well. Okay, I'll leave you with that for now. Whatever you're doing, thanks again for watching. Keep the sun shining, and bye for now.